tell me what inspired you to remodel your kitchen?
Well, we bought the house 7.5 years ago, and as soon as I walked in, I did not like the kitchen. It was outdated, the lighting was horrible. I could barely see because the lighting that they had in was so dark. So we had to change that, and the granite was squares, dark. Everything was dark, and the cabinet space was not very good.
Okay.
I couldn't wait to get
Yeah.
what I wanted.
I love the cabinet space and the design you picked out. It's very open and airy and bright and light, so I like that for you.
I do too.
How did you choose? How did you come to choose to work with Trust Company?
My niece has used Ron with Trust Company a couple of times for minor things in her home and raved about him. But I also was looking at other companies and asking some people, how did you like what they did, or any, things like that. And I thought, well, I'm just gonna call up. And Ron called me back like within 10 minutes, and he made an appointment and came here, and it was really a no-brainer because I trusted him because of my niece, and he just seemed honest. And then the very last thing he said is that he would hold my hand all the way through. So it was very helpful.
That is very helpful. I know when you're doing a kitchen remodel, sometimes it's, we were talking about the appliance package and sometimes the difficult decisions that you have to make.
Right.
And it's very important to have your contractor, and if you're using a designer, have everybody hand in hand with you, holding your hand and helping you, so that you can come out with this beautiful product.
The designer was amazing, absolutely amazing.
Wonderful. I'm very glad to hear that. I've heard wonderful things about him.
Yeah.
Yes. Now the overall design of the kitchen, did you see a picture on Etsy or?
No, I didn't. I just kind of knew what I wanted when I would go into like Home Depot or Lowe's and kind of look at their, partial kitchens. My sister redid her kitchen when she bought a house about 8 years ago. And she took the bar down, and that just made a world of difference. And that was my main thing. Got to get rid of that high, outdated bar.
Yes.
And then we reconfigured some of the cabinets, which gave me much more counter space. And I cannot believe how much room I still have left in my cabinets.
Yeah, your pantry is gorgeous.
Oh, I love it. I just love it.
Absolutely.
So it's been amazing to see the transformation, because people are amazed, and I'm amazed that we didn't knock down any walls.
I know.
So I first gave the designer my ideas, and he went with that.
Wonderful.
Like especially this area, this area, and I didn't have anything over the refrigerator, so with his ideas and putting it on screen and everything, it really helped me to make decisions.
I like that. So you like the 3D design and rendering?
Oh, that was amazing. I was blown away. Every time I saw him, or just like seeing Ron, things just got better and better and better. And his 3D, it was amazing. Oh, you want this here? Okay, and it happened. It happened.
I know. Technology is amazing these days. I love it. I know.
It was magic.
Yeah, definitely. Do you want to tell me about maybe a challenge that you guys had with the project and how that was rectified and stuff?
There really wasn't a challenge. The quartz came in later than what we expected, but it did not, they still set up my sink and my faucet. I had the stove if I wanted it. I think I had the microwave to do simple things. The only challenge for me was staying out of the way, which was hard, but I would just go around the side of the house and come back to this side.
Okay.
But the biggest challenge was, it's a personal thing, because my cat had been real sick, and so she was kind of locked in the room. Well, she had to be, so she wouldn't get out because they were leaving this open. I wouldn't put her out, but that was the hard part, just checking on her and making sure everything was okay. And if the guys needed anything, they would just call my name.
Oh.
It was perfect. It
Great.
was perfect.
So the communication throughout the project was good?
It was awesome.
Wonderful.
It was awesome. Sometimes I get a knock on the door and I jump up and come out, and when they took the cloths off, or the plastic off, that was a lot easier. But yeah, I would just go around, have my phone so I could take pictures, and go around the house and come right in the door behind you.
Oh, there you go.
That was the way that they exited.
Yeah, exactly. I know when you're doing all that construction work and the doors are open and things like that, that is sometimes a challenge with pets and stuff, so I know one tries to be mindful of it, but
it worked out fine, just fine.
Good. Do you have any specific priorities, like when the kitchen was being designed? I know we talked about taking that wall down, but is there anything else as far as the design or functionality that you would say?
We left everything. The sink was basically where it is now, the microwave, the dishwasher, the microwave. But there was a cabinet in the corner that was very hard for me to get to because it was on an angle. And so when the designer was here, I happened to also have a girlfriend here. And I was thinking, look at how like floating shelves would be there. That would be very cool. And all of a sudden she piped up and said, could we do shelves there? And Kevin said, yes. So I got my shelves.
Right. Well, I mean, from an aesthetic perspective, it definitely looks much nicer. And I've helped her on with a lot of cabinet designs and stuff, and those corner cabinets are just, they're like blind cabinets.
The only thing I could reach was just what was on the very first shelf. And now that the cabinets are actually bigger, I didn't need that cabinet. I have fun things on that shelf now.
Yes, I love it. Let's see. In what ways did the remodeling team address your specific needs and preferences during the project?
I didn't really have any specific needs. Everything, I know one thing that I didn't discuss with the designer was I wanted pendant lighting. And so I asked Ron about it, and he said that we're going to have to add just a little extra. And I said, go for it.
Okay.
Because my feeling is it really makes this kitchen complete, and it also kind of draws in the family room. And I also love the ambiance of it. And I love all my lighting tremendously. And so yeah, that was a no-brainer just to add that on.
Yeah, definitely.
So I went right away and ordered it and got them.
Nice. And you thought it was reasonable to change order?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely. Because he knew Ron always knew what he was doing. That's what I was impressed with that. He knew what he was doing, and he's definitely a craftsman and a perfectionist. I learned that as the time went on.
Yes. Let's see. So we talked about the unique elements with the shelf, and then taking that wall down. Is there anything else that?
Well, when we moved in here, there was no cabinet over the refrigerator, and that just I didn't get that.
Right.
And so stuff was always put up there, and it looked ugly. Now, I know I can't reach it up there, but it just makes everything flow so nice. There was also a big gap, I don't know how many inches, between the tops of the cabinets and the ceiling.
Okay.
So the designer suggested and did me a picture real quick with this crown, I forget what it's called.
Okay.
And I didn't care how much that was. That really completed the kitchen and really helped making it look so so much bigger.
Yeah, it does. It makes it look very expansive.
Yeah.
With that nice crown molding up there.
If I would have, one of my thoughts was it would be nice to have like glass in there with lighting, but I didn't need that.
Right. And that would be a lot of extra stuff to clean too.
But true.
You gotta dust those little
I do
specialty
find
cabinets.
cleaning my kitchen is so much easier.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure that the quartz too really helps because you just had the granite tiles before.
They were dark and granite tiles, and if there was food on there, I couldn't see it.
Yeah, no, you have to more scrub it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very, is that a cat?
It is. Mine does it too.
Yeah, that made all the difference in the world, and it took 7.5 years, but I'm so glad I made that decision.
I am very happy for you too. And then I just wanted to ask, would you recommend the remodeling team?
Absolutely. There is no question about it, 100%. Do you want to?
No, that's fine. It's kind of cute.
Hi, sweetie.
And then Peggy, is there anything else that you would like to share about your experience?
Oh, you're probably going to make me cry. I wish that my husband was here, but I'm really glad I did it.
I'm really happy